Ephesians 6:1. Children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right. Giving all praises, honor, and glorification to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ruach Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and shalom to the elect. And the topic we're going to visit is the topic of obedience, once again, through the Spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Now, as we read last week, obedience means to be submissive, to humble yourself to the higher authority and the higher power. And who is the higher authority in the nation of Israel is starting with the leadership at Great Millstone, starting with Apostle Tahar, Apostle Rakar, Apostle Ramla, Apostle Gabar. Right, these are the higher authority present on earth. Okay. Ephesians 6:1. Children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right. Right. So these are our parents in the spirit. They're spiritually our parents. Being in this in this world. Right. These are men that Yahweh Bashmi Yahushua has set up to have authority over us. Now these men have set up leaders in the different camps, throughout the whole world. And these are the men, the head of the camps that we have to obey. Okay? And these are the men that have authority over us, man. All right? The scriptures talk about, the order. And this is Ephesians 6:5. Servants, be obedient to them that are your masters according to the flesh, with fear and trembling, in singleness of your heart, as unto Hamashiach. Right? Having singleness of heart. Right? Our eyes are set up on the kingdom. In order to enter the kingdom, obedience is important. Okay? Obedience is important to the higher authority, because those are the men that have endured longer in this truth. Okay, they've had a longer walk. So as a younger brother, I have to obey unto the leaders that are above me. All right, and that's what's pleasing to Yahweh Shem Shai. Verse 6, not with eye service as man pleasers, but as the servants of Yahweh Shai Hamashiach, doing the will of Yahweh from the heart, with good will, doing service as to the Lord and not to men. Right, so when we obey our leaders, we obey the higher authority. It's we're doing service unto Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Verse 8, knowing that whatsoever good thing any man doeth, the same shall he receive of the Lord, whether he be bond or free. All right, and another reason to obey the higher authority is because they have the testimony of Yahweh Shai, meaning the Lord has trusted them to reveal to them the secrets. And the spirit of prophecy dwells in them. And then this is the Book of Wisdom, Solomon, chapter 7, and verse 20 and verse 27. This is talking about the Holy Spirit of wisdom. It says, and being but one, she can do all things, and remaining in herself, she maketh all things new. And in all ages, entering into holy souls, she maketh them friends of Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, and prophets. Right, so the testimony of Yahushai, the spirit of prophecy, the Holy Spirit of wisdom that dwells in the men that have higher authority, makes them friends of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. So they're close to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. So we have to obey these men. Okay, and I want to finish off with an example of the importance of obeying the words of the prophets. they're set up as examples as well. So, we use discernment, but we have to trust in the fact that Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is dealing with these men. That goes into trusting the Lord with all thy heart, lean on to thy own understanding. Okay. So let's go to 2 Kings chapter 5 and verse 20. Okay. Now this is speaking of a man. That man being Naaman, the captain of the host of the king of Syria, right? He was suffering from leprosy, and he was told to go see Elisha the prophet in order to be cured. All right, and that's what he did. And he offered Elisha gifts after he was healed, but Elisha refused. Okay. And Elisha's understudy, Gehazi, that witnessed it, and he didn't follow what his master was doing. Okay, he tried to find. He went according to his own flesh. Okay, he went according to the flesh, rather than being in the spirit and following the example of Elisha. All right, and there must have been a reason. Should have thought that there must have been a reason why Elisha didn't receive those gifts. All right, so let's go into it. This is 2 Kings 5 and 20. But Gehazi, the servant of Elisha, the man of Yahweh, it said, Behold, my master hath spared Naaman this Syrian in not receiving at his hands that which he brought. But as the Lord liveth, I will run after him and take somewhat of him. All right, so he was thinking carnally. All right, not thinking that the Lord is the one that provides. All right, we have to be content with what Yahweh Hashem gives us. Verse 21. So Gehazi followed after Naaman, and when Naaman saw him running after him, he lighted down from the chariot to meet him and said, Is all well? And he said, All is well. My master has sent me, saying, and he lied. Right, my master has sent me, saying, Behold, even now there be come to me from Mount Ephraim 2 young men of the sons of the prophets. Give them, I pray thee, a talent of silver and 2 changes of garments. And Naaman said, Be content, take 2 talents. And he urged them and bound 2 talents of silver in 2 bags with 2 changes of garments, and laid them upon 2 of his servants, and they bare them before him. When he came to the tower, he took them from their hand and bestowed them in the house, and he let the man go, and they departed. It says, But he went in and stood before his master. And Elisha said unto him, Whence comest thou, Gehazi? And he said, Thy servant went no whither. He lied again to his master. And he said unto him, Went not mine heart with thee, when the man turned again from his chariot to meet thee? Is it a time to receive money and to receive garments and olive yards and vineyards and sheep and oxen and manservants and maidservants? The leprosy therefore of Naaman shall cleave unto thee and unto thy seed forever. And he went out from his presence a leper as white as snow. All right, so he received the curse of leprosy because he disobeyed his master. He did not go according to the ways of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and he lied to his master. Okay, so it's an example of how we have to, we have to follow our leaders. We have to be obedient unto our leaders, and not walk according to the flesh. Okay. This is the book of Galatians, chapter 6 and 7. Be not deceived, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. For he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption, but he that soweth to the Spirit shall of the Spirit reap life everlasting. All right? All right, if we sow in the Spirit, we shall receive the kingdom of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. So it's a walk, a spiritual walk. that we have to stay upon. And Yahushua, when he commanded the apostles, his apostles, to go out and preach, there was a scene where he told them to not take script, purse, so on and so forth. But basically, just to stay in the spirit, man. Yahushua is with them. Yahushua is with us. His Holy Spirit is upon his men, and we have to trust in that. And just we have to trust in the prophets. This is Luke 22:35, and he said unto them, when I sent you without purse and scrip and shoes, lack ye anything? And they said nothing. Right? So we will not lack anything, because Yahweh Bashim Yahushua will feed us. Okay, he will provide for us. Okay, all right. And I just want to add as well, we have to be even more obedient to our leaders, knowing the times that we are currently. Okay, our leaders through the Spirit and power Yahweh Shem Yahshua are warning us not to take the charagma, the RFID chip. Okay, which this devil Esau Edom, the ruler of the beast system, is going to mandate throughout the whole world. Okay, this is Revelation 13:15. It reads 16, and he had power, and he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Right? So the carnal man will follow the decrees of Esau Edom, not knowing that Yahweh Shem Yahshua is the one that provides. Yahweh Shem Yahshua feeds his men. He said, my servant shall eat. Okay, but the spiritual men will follow the words of Yahweh Shem Yahshua, which the leaders possess, starting with the leadership at Great Millstone. All right. Now, I just want to end off with one script. This is the book of 2 Chronicles, chapter 20, and verse 20. And they rose early in the morning and went forth into the wilderness of Tekoa. And as they went forth, Jehoshaphat stood and said, hear me, O Judah, and ye inhabitants of Jerusalem. Believe in the Lord your power, so shall ye be established. Believe his prophets, so shall ye prosper. All right? So once again, we have to obey Yahweh Shem Yahushai. We have to obey his prophets, and we shall be saved. All right, so Kahalayim La Yahweh Shem Yahushai Bahashem Kudash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Shalom to the elect.